Hello, hello, hello. I'm a little late. Sorry about that. My OBS, my encoder for YouTube was updating. Should have fired it up earlier than I did. And I also probably should have ignored the update, but it wasn't that long. And we're here now. Let's open up to the page. Boom. Ba-da-bum. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Add Like Fractions. Now, the addition part of today's lesson is actually going to be very easy. But I do want answers in a simplest form. So that might make things a little different. So, when adding fractions, you guys might have heard this before, the most important rule is that you keep your denominators the same. What does that mean? It means you must use your previous knowledge over the last two lessons to change the numbers on bottom to the same. Now, for this section, we're going to be learning how to add like fractions. Okay, but next time, pretty sure. Let's see. Okay, we'll subtract like fractions, and then surely we will be adding. Surely we will be adding and subtracting unlike fractions. I've gone too far. So right now we're just introducing it to you. You know, making it a little easy. But then we're really going to go into it. So let's dive in. Let's dive in. So our let's see. Maybe hopefully we can get some music without getting screamed at by YouTube. It's a little quiet. Let's go with. Hopefully it's not too loud. I think we did that last time. Alright, so. It might be a little loud. Let's turn it down. Perfect. You can hear it, maybe you can't. Whatever. So adding like fractions. Adding fractions in general, once the number on bottom is the same, you completely ignore it, add up as usual, and then just bring it over. So, what does that mean? Right here, they want us to add two jellyfish that have a width of 5/6 together. We're going to add two 5/6 together. Let's go to camera 2. That's not working. No, is it broken? Oh my gosh, okay, I'll be right back. Don't worry about the denominator. And upcoming lessons. Not on Wednesday, but starting Monday. Next Monday. So we ignore the bottom and just bring it over, right? Boom. 6, 6, just 6. Then we do 5 plus 5 is 10. Now, 10/6. Oh my gosh. Too low. Here we go. So, sorry, again. We just bring over the 6, right? 6, 6, we just ignore it, so it's our denominator still. Then we add up the top like normal. 5 plus 5 is 10. Now, 10/6 is an answer to this problem. However, it's also correct. It isn't the most correct answer. So we want the most correct answer. So we reduce it. These are both even numbers. We can divide them both by 2, which gives us 5 over 3. Now, I will accept this answer. This is the answer I will accept. However, they may no, okay. So good. You can also divide 5 by 3, and let's get a mixed number. I think you guys, I'm pretty sure y'all done this before. If not, you know, pay attention. Here we go. So the number on top goes inside. The number on the bottom goes outside, and then we divide. How many times can 5 go into 3? Or 3 go into 5? My bad. Once. We multiply and subtract by our product. We get 2. So this is our remainder 2. So remember, our remainder is going to go back over the number that we divided by. So we're going to get 1, our remainder 2, over 3. These are the same thing. I will accept either of these. Make sure you simplify. Make sure you simplify. Finally autofocus. Okay. Let's do a couple more. This isn't very difficult, and there is somewhat of a shortcut. And I wonder. Yes, perfect. Let's look at example 2. Example 2 says 4 tenths plus 2 tenths equals something, right? So we've got okay. Let's go to camera 2. All right. So if we simply, so there are 2 ways to do this. I'll show you both ways. They're essentially the same thing. So again, our 10 on the bottom doesn't change. It's 10, 10. We're good. Our answer will have a 10. So then we just do 4 plus 2, which is 6. 6 over 10 can be reduced. Oh my gosh, it's kind of flipped of our last answer. We had 10 over 6. Okay, so we know if we divide them both by 2, we get 3 over 5. And that's it. 3/5 is reduced. It's a proper fraction. When the numerator is bigger, it is known as an improper fraction. So that's why you need to divide to make it into a mixed number. However, for this answer, we have the numerator being smaller, aka 3, and so we don't need to. We don't need to do that. Now, remember. So if you remember, I said there was 2 ways to do this. This will help you. If you make this a habit now, it might be easier in the future. It's really up to you. Just know that you can do it this way also. So, 2 over 10 and 4 over 10, those are all even. We can divide them all by 2, so we can get 2 over 5 plus 1 over 10, right? So that divided by 2, that divided by 2, that divided by 2, and that divided by 2. Reduce everything by 2. And so, what is 1 plus 2? Oh my gosh, why is this 10 still? This should be a 5. 1 plus 2 is 3 over 2 5s on the bottom. Great. That's what we want. 5. What? You can reduce before you add, or you can reduce after you add. For right now, might be easier to reduce after you add, but just know that you can reduce before you do any math, and that'll make things easier for you when the numbers get harder. Not like anytime soon, but just keep that in the back of your mind that that's something possible that you can do. Okay, so looking at y'all's work, it just seems like I think the only thing you guys will struggle with here is writing it in simplest form. I'm just gonna need y'all to reduce, you know? Being able to know to look at the numerator and denominator and decide whether or not you can reduce. That's gonna be a skill on its own. So, you know, be careful with that. And I think that's gonna be it from me. It will be. Some closing statements. Oh, you know what? Let's do 4. 4 might be a little tricky. Maybe. So 4 says 5 eighths plus 3 eighths. So now, looking at this, we can't reduce either of them. So reducing before we add isn't going to work. And again, you don't have to do that. So let's just add. We know that we have 2 eighths on the bottom, so we just bring it on over. You know, we're not doing 8 plus 8. We're not going to have a 16 down here. It's just going to be, you know, oh, there's an 8, there's an 8. Good, they match. So then boom, 8. That's all it is. No math. And we do some additioning on top. Oh, that looks atrocious. There we go. So 5 plus 3 is 8. Now we have 8 over 8. Now you could do all the division and stuff, and you know that 8. You'll figure out that 8 divided by 8 is 1. You know, or you can, you know, reduce it and be like, well, we divide this by 8 and divide this by 8. They have the same factor. You get 1 over 1. Anytime you have a number over the same number, just know that the answer is just gonna be 1. I'll take either of these, 1 over 1 or 1, but I think other math teachers, you know, worse math teachers than myself, will probably just want just the 1. So I'll take either. I will not take 8 over 8. If you give me 8 over 8, that's wrong. That's not reduced. 1 over 1 is reduced. And then, you know, you can just, I mean, if you see 9 over 9, 10 over 10, 1,000 over 1,000, pizza over pizza, your answer is going to be 1. Just know that. So, yeah, you know, that's gonna be about as hard as it gets. It's really just one more step before you're, you know, finding a similar fraction again, which we did all of last week. And yeah, so I expect, you know, y'all to get this. If you have any questions, you know, obviously reach out to me, and we can do the zoomy zoom. You guys have been very good at that. As a whole, you know, a lot of people, like I've gotten to see some of you guys to Zoom, so you know that's been good. So yeah, just hit me up. Oh my gosh, I didn't even switch the camera there to say goodbye. My mistake. Again, Zoom with me. You know, ask your parents for help if they're busy. You know, one of you I know has an email already. You can email me one-on-one. Say, hey, I need a Zoom. You know. I'll be more than happy to help you. You know, just because I've been saying this stuff is easy, you guys shouldn't struggle. It's okay if you do. You know, some of these numbers are maybe a little scary. You know, like you're just like, oh, this seems easy, but I don't know if this is right. You know, they do try to trick you. So let's fix this real quick. You know, they do try to trick you. So if you're like up in the air about an answer and you're like, oh man, this seems right, but I don't know, reach out to me. I may be able just to email you back, say, hey, Mr. G, number 17, I got this as an answer. it seems right, but I'm not sure. Maybe I can say, hey, you know what? I'll email you back. You did get it right because of this, this, or this, you know. But if I feel like more of an explanation is needed, then yeah, well, maybe I'll send you back a Zoom link, you know. So don't hesitate to ask me for help. Wash your hands, stay safe, game a lot, and, you know, I'll see you guys Wednesday. Bye.